over here. He sold us. Well, he sold my son, and we're still in his possession.
Africans was helping.
Yeah, well, the Africans and the Hamites.
Yeah.
They all conspired together.
Like I said, we migrated to Africa.
We ran to Western Africa.
And they helped them sell us over
Yeah,
there.
we ran to Western Africa to escape Roman persecution.
Because another thing I noticed is sometimes now, and I never wanted to put African down because I thought I was African. Well, I told you I thought I was African. I told you I did.
But no, matter of fact, because what? Hold up, right? Now go ahead.
So when you tell me that, like, that's in history, that's fact that African selling us, from a child of Judah, you're telling me that the Hamite was selling into you, so
But it was more than that, man. It was
yeah, that was the
it was the Hamites.
Say that the Egyptians as well. Like
Hamites.
I didn't know all this before. I know it. It's like, oh, well, I understand why they're different to it.
It was the Hamites, the Hamites, the Ishmael, Arabs, and that was them. They were selling it.
And I just know why. Like now I know why. I feel like now I know why it's more deep than you think. Why I feel like Asian want to be distant from me, or like I said, not individually, but as a group, Africans or Arabs, just different people. And now I know why I could relate to a Puerto Rican boy. Now I know why I could relate. You know what I mean? As much as I feel like certain things is wrong, I couldn't relate to black people. I'm sorry. I don't see growing up. What I am, man. I'm chilling with it. And like I said, I thought I was African. So now I see it. I'm like, man, I understand, man. And now I want to know more so I can. If I got belief in the gift, then I got to be always, I got to know everything about it. I got to do it. Like, I feel like that's almost like really cool. I'm not going to do this life. It's me now. I know.
Check this out, man.
You know what I'm saying? They say reincarnated, but I don't have the same memories.
This is Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 4. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, behold, I will make thee a terror to thyself and to all thy friends, and they shall fall by the sword of their enemies, and thine eyes shall behold it, and I will give all Judah into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall carry them captive into Babylon, and shall slay them with the sword." Man. So that's like that. That was back then in that time. So whenever we messed up, that the Lord gave us into the hands of Babylon. But where we at now? Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. So that still applies right now. He said he'd make us a terror to ourselves, man. We killing each other, man. And we all bros. Like I was talking to a Puerto Rican dude the other day, man. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, man, you're not a Puerto Rican, man. First I asked him, I'm like, yo, do you even know what Puerto Rican means? He was like, no. I said, well, Puerto means port. And he was like, what? Port? He was like, yeah. I said, and Rican means rich. He was like, yeah. So I said, how are you a rich port? And he looked at me like, damn, like it made sense to him. I said, that's just like calling a so-called Negro African American.
Right.
You can't be too good.
I learned that most of them is white people names. African is a white person.
No, that's Scipio Africanus, and you got Amerigo Vespucci. Then the Dominicans, they just as dumb, man. Because you got Dominican Republic. So the Domingo is Sunday, right? Yeah. And then Republic, like Republican. So how the hell is you a Sunday Republic? I mean, that don't make no sense. And them dudes, they really be like going hard for that crap, man. Like they really be like, yo, I'm Dominican and I'm this and I'm be looking like, damn, dog, like that's that's kind of crazy.
Wow. They be hitting black people, but they're like a lot of their heritage is like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
they say they're cake unturned. Well, that's evil.
The Spanish dude, honestly, it was the Spanish dude told me I was in high school, high school, he told me one day, he was like, all that Spanish people be slaves too? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, they killed they killed them too.
Yeah, like, I was like,
matter of fact, they lynched the so-called Puerto Rican, the Latin tribe.
Yeah.
Which what was it? Gad, Issachar, I want to say Simeon was over here in the Americas. You know, when Cristobal Colon came over here, you know, and it was killing them people, man. You know, I'm gonna be a little bit. Matter of fact,
That's a weird.
Can I ask a question after that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just can't imagine that.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, okay. The whole speaking in tongues thing.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about that?
Yeah. What's the scripture again? But I know exactly. I know what you're talking about too.
I had it later.
What exactly is that?
Speaking in tongues.
People say they speaking in tongues.
Yo, cause all right, I'm gonna tell you, man. Cause you got it was like you know how you go to church and they be like, oh, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's fucking like that's crazy, man. Like that's a demon on you, man. You know? Because when you speak in another language, it's supposed to be somebody there that can back up what you're saying, man. You know what I'm saying? That's actually speaking in tongues, man. When you speak in tongues, you're speaking in another language. Like how we sitting here talking English right now. I could have a brother right here speaking Spanish. But then I might know what he's saying, so then he said whatever he said, I was like, yeah, he said this.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
you
so
saying
you
that
backing
like
up what he's saying. Yeah.
Like a demon is taking over you when you're saying whatever you're saying.
Yeah, like they not speaking in tongues, man. And then how they justify, because they be like, yo, like I remember going to church, man, and they was speaking,
I thought I had it too.
and they thought they were speaking to the Lord.
Look, to keep it 100 though, I was in there and I couldn't fake it, yo.
Trying to speak in tongues.
I'm not.
Actually,
I wasn't one of those.
That's
I
actual,
couldn't fake it.
but-
Everybody, and I'm like, and I never was to condemn somebody for doing what they were doing. I was feeling it. I didn't feel it.
I guess you could just start at one, but it's really like 4 through.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, this is the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. It says, and suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues, like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them, and they were all filled with the Holy Ghost, and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. So they was speaking in a different language than what they spoke. It wasn't out there like blah, 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 blah. I was like, yo, what the hell is
Was
that?
it like a different language from Earth?
Because like say,
No,
all right, that's
no,
just
no,
like
like
me and you right now. We speak English, right? And out of the clear blue, you just start speaking French fluently, and like you know what you're saying. You like, yo, such, like you really get into it, and then you'll stop after you finish. You'll be like, oh, what the heck? But the people that's French, they understand what you're saying. They like, watch it. I believe it says about that. It says, and there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. So that's like we scattered on all 4 corners of the earth.
Right.
These Jews, they were devout men. That's how I know they wasn't talking about Gentile. Well, that's a major word too, devout. Whenever it talks about somebody being a devout, whatever, they talking about us.
Yeah.
They can't no heathen be devout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it says, and there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. So you got Israelites over there in Vietnam, in China, in Africa, here, Puerto Rico, Portugal. You got them all over. It says, so they all speak different languages. They not all going to speak the same, you know what I'm saying, like at the Tower of Babel and all that. It says, now when this was noise, it says, now when this was noise abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. So wherever them Jews were from, that they were speaking to, they spoke to them in their own language. Like if they came from the region of China. Yeah, well, yeah, of course you had our people. That's our language. So they like you have him speaking Hebrew because that's what these guys were speaking Hebrew. But then all of a sudden they start speaking Chinese or whatever. They looking at him like, oh, this nigga right here. Yo, how this nigga know my language? Like yo, that's the way they look at us, man. Because they think that we don't know anything, man. You know. It says
it goes all the way down to 12.
Yeah. It says and they were all amazed and marveled, saying, see, like I said, it says, and they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, behold, are not these which speak Galileans? So they spoke like they was from that region of Galilee, right? So they spoke, they spoke Hebrew. It says, and how hear we every man in our own language, in our own tongue, wherein we were born. It says Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea and Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia, Phrygia and Pamphylia and Egypt and in the parts of Libya and Cyrene and the strangers of Rome, Jews and Palestinians, right? This just says Greeks and Arabians were do hear them speak. No, Slavic. Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongue the wonderful works of the Most High, and they were all amazed and were in doubt, saying one to another, What meaneth this? So they couldn't understand that, man. Because the Lord hopped on them. Just like matter of fact, and that goes to show you that's spiritual powers too, man. Because that's like man, the Lord can do whatever He wants, man. Because it's like if you you don't know a language, you just start speaking it, like where that come from. It came from Yahweh saying outside, man. And then everywhere that it says, matter of fact, I believe that's in where it's
maybe using that to say,
but it talks about, matter of fact, in the main camp in New York, I watched the video, and this cracker came up there talking heavy, man. Like, yeah, like basically saying that they didn't know what they was talking about. There was nobody. This is that and the third. Right. Then they just start speaking in different languages to them. Like, yo, with all this, you looking at the niggas like, yo, how they know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the same thing that happened right there. You know what I'm saying? But these brothers, they
don't think that people.
Exactly. But see, that's a part of the one of the curses, man. And I try to tell, like, you talk about the curses that we under, which our people don't want to believe that, man. They just think, like, they don't understand why they can't get ahead. Why they don't want to know, they don't want to believe that Esau's their enemy, man. You tell them who their enemy is. Matter of fact, look at Ephesians. Like this is the things we're dealing with. And that's why, like you tell your people, like you got some dudes in the truth that want to walk around with guns and all that. Completely retarded to me. Walking around with guns, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. If you got a gun, I mean, some people probably, they license to carry and all that. Man, that's just weird. Sick, cold.
I know. Everybody else got.
I see you changed up. She got the dress on this bitch.
Yeah. Right.
That's what's up. Right. That's what's up, man. This Ephesians 6. I'm gonna start at verse. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 11. It says, "Put on." Damn, I was gonna do a lesson on this, man. It says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." All right, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places," man. So who is the spiritual wickedness in high places? think it is?
Spirit.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it again. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." That's what it's talking about. No, it's talking about the so-called white man.
Oh.
All right, because
when you say against, I'm thinking that you're talking
yeah, because we wrestling against them.
All right.
But it say spiritual, it say darkness at high places. So the high places is talking about the governments. You know what I'm saying? And the rulers. You know?
No, because when you was, I was thinking that you was on one side.
Oh, no, you good, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why we out here, so we learning, man. You know? But like you got, like we said about the whole Bohemian Gold thing. What they do, they go there and worship the devil. Matter of fact, Yale College, right? That's a college where a lot of the presidents come out of. You got Yale, you got Harvard, and that's like a top college where people like you're somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you go to that college and graduate, if you're an Edomite anyway, that's society. Even you got Jake, go there and graduate, whatever. You know, but if you come out of that college like you like you that boy, man. But then you also have in Yale College, it's called Skull and Bones.
Yeah,
it's Skull and Bones Society.
I want to ask you about the fraternities.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly.
And,
so you got
John Kerry or something like that.
All them dudes,
like
man.
Senator dudes.
Yeah, all them guys,
really
man.
I'm not really into politics.
The Bush family.
Yeah, exactly. So what they do, man, when that fraternity, they got it's matter of fact, you ever see that episode of Family Guy when they had the black robes on? You know, they were told them to go in the closet and the old dude was in there, he was a faggot. That's the same, they letting you know what they do, man.
I know, them in the sense.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're letting you know because that's the type of thing they do. They be in them black robes, you know what I'm saying? And that's that darkness, man. They representing darkness. So they do all that. Then you know they drink blood and you gotta sleep in the coffin. Right. So like the Lord told you, you're not even supposed to. So that's death, man. That's death, man. That represents death. Because what did the so-called white man want to do, man? Just bring death, man. Right? That's all he do. That's why he knocked down the World Trade Center. You know, the whole agenda is to depopulate the people. You know what I mean? But that whole thing is coming for us, man. You know, the whole thing is geared towards us. And like his people, but he don't even care about his people. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why.
I mean, but like, people don't realize that it's going to be casualties. They the type of people that.
Yeah. Well, you gotta.
So if they say they try to take propaganda to take over the whole world, they don't care about losing some couple millionaire people. Especially they not going to be the ones getting lost.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because they people going to be sitting back, you know. Just like, matter of fact, prime example, like the 9/11 thing. What was George Bush doing? They went and whispered in his ear. Matter of fact, no, it was the Rockefellers, man, the Rothschilds. They had it was a building that was close to 9/11. Like say it was like this building, and then the Twin Towers was that building right there. But it was far enough where they was just sitting there drinking, looking at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
I was just on YouTube,
you know what I mean? That's
bro,
what they do.
just on YouTube, and I was like, it's like they know it's about to happen. Like,
yeah.
It's
Why?
like
Because they planned it.
It's like three or four different videos
I'm
on YouTube. That's like the way they position, what you doing there with the camera. Like, it wasn't even an era with cameras that much.
Yeah, like how you just
for
happen
you
to
to
get
be
the
perfectly lined up to
watch it. Right.
this plane.
Right. You just happen to be watching the tower that day.
You just happen to just be like. You know
they bringing people up, and then
I just watched the birds.
And then everybody.
And then you hear people in the background saying stuff like, "Yo, what's about to happen?" Like, you hear little stuff in the background. It's like, cause you know what's about to happen. So we hear something picking up now. What's about to happen? I think it's over there. I'm like, what they talking about over there? You're not supposed to know what's about to happen to you. I should feel sorry for you, but I can't feel sorry for you because you showing me that you know that what's about to happen. Like, how?
Exactly, man.
How can I feel bad for you? It's like allowed to happen. I gotta allow it to happen. Well, I can't even stop it now, you know.
Well, hold up, let's keep reading.
Certain stuff I can't take.
They're watching birds and stuff.
They do, like, yo, if you go, I'm telling you, just
no,
it's funny that you said it. It's just funny. It's funny that you said it because I was really just on there.
No, that's
like this
spirit,
dude
man.
sitting on this bench, and he just. I'm like, what device do you
But
got?
no, but you know what? They all right.
Because you know the year that it happened, our cell phones wasn't all that crazy back then.
Yeah.
Like,
But
so it's
you know
about
about
the news, and it's like 3 or 4 different videos I watched. That was like, y'all not part of the news. How did you get this camera? And what were you doing out here?
They pay people too, man.
I was in school, like, so I'm like, what was you doing out here to get this perfect angle? That's like, you know how you stand in the middle of the street, you can see the center city building or whatever. That's like one day you just in the middle, like knowing the traffic. I would wonder, me watching on YouTube, I'm like, how is she standing in the middle of just with people? Because I know the traffic, like, I know you know,
and then
buses
don't
and
know happen to
everything. Nothing happened. How she standing in the middle of the street 3 minutes and 45 seconds with nothing going on?
The same thing with Charlottesville.
Check this out.
I think stuff like
Verse 13 says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand." So so you can stand in the evil day. That's talking about the up and coming troubles that we're about to face. You know, that's why we out here in the highways and byways, man. I did a couple. I think I did like one lesson during the week or something like that. About since, because I came back out Tuesday, right? That was Tuesday, yeah. Came back out Tuesday. I did a lesson after that. Now I'm back out here today. Because time is being real short where you ain't gonna be out anymore. And they're gonna snatch everything off of YouTube and all that, man. So that's a major reason why, you know, we come out and try to, so when that day we could be like, Lord, like I do what you told me to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you say you're gonna have my back, you know? It says stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth. So you like your loins, that's basically, you know, whenever like how they be like, a man's word is only it's what they do, like the balls or some shit. Like all you guys, your word and your balls and all that, right? So like, but yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But they say girt about your loins with truth, man. So you're supposed to be all about the truth, man. You ain't supposed to be spreading falsehoods, man. Going off in doctrine, you know, because that's leading your people astray. And then when you come out here, you got like, man, you give it to these people, man. You don't let them be like, yo, all right, well, man, the hell with these people.
One thing I noticed is why I didn't. So that's why I come out here. It was like I noticed historically and like, you know, biblically, I can't see nobody going against it.
Yeah.
In the Bible, I was always when I was Christian. Or whatever. So to me, it's like even though everything comes back to the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. But matter of fact.
But then you preach different stuff than the regular Christian pastor. You know what I mean?
They say be admonished of too many books.
Yeah,
right?
like it's like.
It says the loins girt about with truth, and having on a breastplate of righteousness. Verse 15 says, "And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace." So if your feet represent your firmness, man. So you're supposed to be firm in this truth, man. You know, not wavering. Because you got some dudes, they be like, yo, well, he said this. Oh, nah, but I like the way he said, because they got itching ears, man. And they want to run the different teachers, man.
I hear everybody in that shit. I could be saying the truth.
There you go, man. They over here. I mean, well, you know, we get into that time, man. They probably like, yeah, it's almost time to get that nigga off that corner. They looking at their watch like, yeah, buddy, time is ticking.
I be seeing them.
No, and that's straight because you said that last week. You was like, yo, man, I
you see how the one machine drill came?
Yeah.
And then with the other machine drill came, the cops was standing right there. And they just
that was crazy, man.
The dude was something to the right here, you do something over there. I'm like something different. Like the dude told you to be over there. Like, what he standing over here for? Like, when I walked up and he was over there, I'm like, that's different because I always see him on that side of the street. And I'm standing right here, you teaching me, and it took me a minute to peek.
Yeah.
One cop was standing right here up there, I was worried, but I'm like, maybe these niggas don't like cops. Like, maybe it's just me. But then the other cops, they all right here, I'm like, alright. I'm gonna keep my word to myself. then the dude was driving around the machine with the vacuum.
Check this out. To back that up, it says this is Isaiah chapter 52 and 7. I'm gonna go back to Ephesians. But this is the book of Isaiah chapter 52 and 7. It says, "How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publish peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publish salvation, that saith unto Zion, the power reigneth," man. So that's letting you know how beautiful is a man to come out here, man. So I said, how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings. So what's the good tidings? It's the gospel, man. And on mountains, we coming out here prophesying just damn Babylon, man. I hate this place, man.
It's the gospel.
Yeah, the gospel. So the gospel means good news, man. You know what I'm saying?
I felt that's crazy. I felt like it was good news.
Yes, that's what it is. It's good news to us, but for Esau, it's bad news for him. It says that publishes peace, man. So when we come in rulership, we're gonna reign in peace forever. Like it ain't gonna be no more, yo. We gotta go to war with these people and fight for this land. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord gonna be with us, man. You know, so it ain't gonna be none of that. Like how Esau's blessing was the sword. Right. So that's why he has to, and he has to live by that, man. That's why he's never going to live in peace, you know. So he's constantly fighting. And King David, he actually got cursed like that too, because he told the one woman's husband to go out in battle, knowing he was going to die. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted his wife. But see, King David was of the elect, man. You know, so the Lord, he still jacked him up like, look, man, the rest of your life, you're going to have to fight, man. You know, yeah. He's like, you're going to have to fight, man. And that's what he had to do. But he still was with him, though. But and then, yeah, like you said, he blessed his son. He blessed Solomon. When Solomon, he lived in peace, man. And King David, he always wanted to build up the temple. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't let King David do it. He let Solomon do it. You know what I'm saying? And Solomon, well, he didn't have it. Solomon was actually, they said that's Yahweh Shah. That was Solomon was Yahweh Shah. Wow, and they're like reincarnated. Keep going. They didn't say that. And look how he lived in peace. Yeah, he did. You know what I'm saying? And look at the knowledge he had. Like you said, the knowledge he had, everything, man. And everything was in order, man. You know? But he was in the flesh, man.
I'm more about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I never heard that.
Yeah, exactly. It's deep, man.
Might be something I missed.
It's deep. So you look at that like that. Because that's when you gotta get. That's when you get deeper. So we going to keep on the surface right now. Then we going to dig, but you know. But that's you know, that was Yahweh Shah. You know, King Solomon. And then guess what? When Yahweh Shah came, well, who bloodline he come from? What lineage did he come from? He came to the lineage of David. You know? And look where King Solomon came from. Lineage of David, man. You know? Like it's deep, man, but it ain't really that deep.
So you saying he did it one time with Jesus?
Yeah. Well, no, everything's reincarnated. Like Yahweh Shah was back in the beginning of the Bible.
In every book, you can see him in every book.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about he shall have a branch, a Jesse. Who's that branch? We're talking about Yahweh Shah. You know, but people don't want to see that shit. Like the church, they'd be like, yo, man, no, Jesus wasn't in the Old Testament. You even got Israelites saying that, man. That know they Israelites, you know. They be like, oh, the New Testament is false. Well, if it's false, go get the R5D shit and see what that gets you. You know.
He was Joshua.
Exactly.
He was Moses bringing people out. He was Joshua as the salvation. Well, no, I don't mean as, like, not the reincarnated, like Solomon. No. I'm saying, like, how they say, like, you can see pieces of them, like, how he represents.
He was there.
Not like Solomon.
That's my question was because, like, when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, but what makes Jesus into him? If this is different.
But Yahweh Shah,
what made Jesus different than the other reincarnations in that?
What you mean?
Other than the fact that he died for us.
So that was it. That was the land without blemish.
Right. So it's like say how you say King Solomon was the reincarnation guy. I'm like, all right.
Yahweh Shah, not God. You can't see God.
Yahweh Shah. I apologize. Yahweh Shah.
No, you good.
I just want to know, like, because when I hear the story of Jesus here, I heard the emphasis on it. And King Solomon, I kind of had to do that research myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would think that,
Watch this, man.
My expectation for God will be at all time high. So like I see Jesus, you know what I'm saying? There's other reincarnations of God. I think Jesus, I guess people say it. I guess, or just tell me the difference in like image wise. Yeah. I see it's like a blurred line. Certain places.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. Alright, matter of fact, I'm gonna start it. No, I'm gonna start verse 9. Man. It says, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 9. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun, man. So, yo, if there's no new thing under the sun, what you get out of that?
Everything is, yeah, I get the circle of life concept.
Yeah, nah. But that's letting you know that your spirit is energy, man. You know, it's pure energy. These are just bodies. This is like a cell, man. You know what I'm saying? So like when you die, man, what happens? Just your flesh goes back to the ground, and your spirit goes right back to the Lord, you know? Yahweh Bashem outside.